Hello.
Hi,
how are
Tyler.
you? Oh,
Hi, Kim.
Hi,
Kim.
Oh,
Hi.
oh my God, come on in.
See you
Come on in.
guys.
Come on in.
How's it going?
Very good.
It's
How are you doing?
awesome. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I recognize you.
You do?
Yes.
I'm Kim Zolciak-Biermann from Housewives of Atlanta, and then I have my own show called Don't Be Tardy.
And I am Kim's husband, Croy. And Tyler might know me from the football field or filming next to my wife on her show.
Oh my gosh, well, thank you for having me today.
Thanks for coming.
It's such a surprise to see you both. I mean, I'm like in shock. This is awesome.
Me too. I can't believe I'm sitting in front of you.
Oh my gosh, well.
Huge fan of you.
I recognized Kim and Croy from their show on Bravo, so when they opened the door, I was totally shocked. I already have a lot of people popping in, so I'm ready to just kind of jump into it. Okay, you, and you.
I'm trying to contain myself because I don't look like an idiot because I'm so excited. And now as I'm standing here, I'm dying to tell you what it is that I want, but I don't want you to know.
But
so
even
it's like I'm
like-
trying to beat around the bush, and I'm not very good at that. We're just very open and super excited. I'm so anxious.
Thank you. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so as of right now, I'm just gonna communicate. They have me kind of going all over the place. Okay. But it's coming through in a really weird way, and it's a funny memory. And the ways it's coming across, but I'm doing this, and it's like a random thing of trying to dislodge something from someone, like choking or having like an experience in which they're not able to breathe.
My uncle that just always choked. My Uncle Rusty, he always choked.
It's like a feeling of like having to literally smack someone in the back so hard that it flies out. And there's even an instance in which it flies out, and
Yeah,
everyone's
that's
like,
him. That's my
gross.
Uncle Rusty. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Okay.
He ate very, very fast all the time, like inhaled his food. And my mom would always, you know, your Uncle Rusty choked so many times because he ate like that.
Weird. Okay. Let's look. So what they're having me reference to is an acknowledgement of a stroke, but there's two stroke messages. One is a stroke that an individual suffers and then passes away. Other is an incident in which an individual has a close call involving a stroke or something like a stroke, and they actually live and survive through this. The feeling is getting this, knowing that we're perfectly fine, and there's basically a thumbs up of like, this person's not going to have to worry about this issue again. I'm seeing kind of a susceptibility of almost what looks like blood clots, and that's something for me that looks preventable and avoidable, but this individual would have that susceptibility who also would have had this previous susceptibility to like a stroke-like incident.
That would be me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a stroke September 23rd of 2015.
15, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm so sorry.
From a blood clot. I was flying from LA back home to Atlanta from Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my God,
And I had a stroke. I was just normal. I went down to hug my son as soon as I pulled in my driveway, and then my hand started to go numb, but it was like numb times a gazillion, you know, like not the normal, like shake it off. And I was like, oh, and then when I couldn't speak and I was trying to, was when it's so scary. Yeah, the stroke was life-changing, literally. Like, never thought at 37 I would have a stroke, and in front of my children, nonetheless. I've pretty much fully recovered, but I can't say that I don't think, like, could this happen again? My Uncle Rusty, my mom's brother, he died walking on or running on a treadmill, just dropped dead. And then my doctors wanted the autopsy to see what caused it. So it showed coronary artery disease. So they're gonna do a test to see if there is any kind of blockage in my heart, just to, for precautionary.
Yeah, no, I think you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a very sensitive, scary issue, you know, especially when something happens out of nowhere like that. I think when he came through, the biggest acknowledgement was really just to talk about that ultimately you would be fine.
The message that I really wanted today was from my Uncle Rusty, like, everything's fine. That was really what I wanted to know.
Her having a stroke was a very difficult experience. We've done everything, you know, we possibly can to get answers. So to have Tyler address it and bring it up and say, you know, hey, you're good, I got the thumbs up.
That's pretty nuts.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a relief.
Let me look and see what this is. School, 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 education, education. So for you, it's interesting. On your side of family, there's an interesting man that I'm wanting to connect with that's coming forward. They're showing me a symbol of an apple, and to me this references to education, education, education. But it's coming through in kind of a roundabout way, so it might not be a traditional situation where we have someone like a teacher. Someone worked at a school, near a school, as a secretary, but this is something that's done for almost like what feels like a whole life. This just feels like someone who worked a lot and worked really hard, but very much so in that kind of feeling. So where would that fit?
My grandpa. His name's Wilbert. He was a school bus driver for the local school kind of around there.
Corey has that.
Oh, okay. Great. Perfect. Oh, I love that. So sweet. Awesome.
Photo is of my dad's dad and my dad's mom. Our dad's mom is still currently alive. He passed one morning. He was doing his thing like he normally did, and didn't come back. At the time, he should have been, back in the house for, I think, lunch. And so Grandma went out looking for him and found him in the field.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Part of me, wishes that I could have made a connection better here with him in this world. My grandpa, Wilbert, was my dad's dad. I wanted to connect with him just to kind of, just see how he was doing, see if he would say hi, and just to maybe say hi to him, since he's passed on, would be neat.
Immediately as I'm sitting here, when I'm holding onto this, there's a congratulatory kind of an element in the way this comes across as referring to a wedding. Is basically an acknowledgement of this relationship, an acknowledgement of the wedding. And I think that with him coming through with that, that was his way of acknowledging that not only was he part of you, but he was part of your marriage. And that's important, so please know.
He's telling you got a good one, my love.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he kind of had like a hidden support for me. Like he didn't really express it to me very much, but as soon as I was drafted, he went and got a satellite dish so that he could watch, because he couldn't get the games on his little TV down in the basement.
Right.
He watched literally probably every game. It was just genuine support.
Right.
Versus, like an opinionated support,
Exactly.
And I don't talk to my parents right now. We have a disconnect there.
His parents envisioned Corey to marry somebody a little different
Well,
than me,
and I don't want to speak for them, but it's just how I interpreted their actions.
Yep.
Said something to me that I didn't really like, and so by choice I've chosen to disconnect. But at some point, I hope that there can be an understanding. It's just about being supportive and happy, and not saying it, but actually having your actions
match what you're
saying.
This man got to live a full life, and when he comes through, the acknowledgement really is that he prioritized his love for you. That came before anything. It came before judgment. It came before what he thought you should have been doing. It came before any opinion. And I think that this is still a hope that we can have for your parents as well, because if he was able to be the supportive figure and this person who was able to, evolve and grow and shift as a person and embrace that love, I think that that's, something that your parents can do too. And I think that he has that hope, that they'll be able to do that. So please know that you, at the very least, have his support.
Right.
And, I think that it'll grow.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's interesting. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandpa approving of
your wife.
Yeah. And our marriage.
That's huge.
And
it's nice to hear confirmation and have approval of somebody, especially somebody that Corey really adored. It's meaningful, and we know we have a good marriage and a good relationship, but it's nice to hear that he sees that or what have you.
I don't know about you guys, but this is quite the collage here.
That is
So
unbelievable.
this was your reading.
wow,
I'm
that's
gonna
neat.
that's really neat.
Yeah, it was quite the trip.
It's like gonna be my show and tell to all my friends that are so jealous I'm here. Jen.
Oh, that's so cute.
You're very well spoken. And
Thank you so much.
So young, so gifted.
Oh, I so appreciate it.
Just an incredible person. Like his energy, forget everything that he said, just even being in his presence was pretty overwhelming. This has been so amazing. You are amazing. Truly amazing.
So great.
Thank you very much.
You guys. Well, if you ever need anything, I'm always here.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So amazing.
Yeah, that's neat, right? Chanel getting back
What
at
a
me.
great guy. He's definitely doing his calling, so that was exciting.
Yep.